What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin with another Tokusatsu Thursdays review. Finally, we watched the Kamen Rider 01 movie, Kamen Rider 01 RealXTime, or just Real Time. Apparently, that's a thing in Japan where they'll put X in the middle of things and you're supposed to ignore it. I think it's supposed to be like a reference to Hunter x Hunter, which I don't know. It's like, to me, Hunter x Hunter, the X almost works because most of the times the bad guys are another hunter. Because look at like all the Phantom Rogue Troop or whatever, they're all hunters. Even though they're wanted criminals, they still have their hunter licenses. Right, but whatever, we're not here to talk about Hunter x Hunter, Hunter x Hunter. I still think Hunter x Hunter is a better title. But whatever. Today we're reviewing the Kamen Rider 01 real-time movie. Apparently, at the end of like every Kamen Rider / Super Sentai show, which both series are owned by Toei, I think. You get like an hour and change movie, long movie. It's like this movie's like an hour and 16 minutes. Not exactly feature length, but you know, this is basically a TV movie, so it's like it makes sense to like the crappy run time. So the movie is directed by Teruaki Sugihara, starring Fumiya Takahashi, Ryutaro Okada, Noa Tsurushima, Hiroe, Igeta, Daisuke, Nakagawa. I don't remember who's who. So the movie is basically they're ripping off or paying homage to Fox's 24 with Jack Bauer. They're like Keep Yourself Villains 24. If you ever watched that show, the movie is supposed to take place in real time. A dangerous cult using ARC technology is threatening to wipe out all of humanity within 1 hour. This cult leader, called ES or Ease, is going to perform a ritual that's supposed to wipe out all of humanity, right? And it's up to Kamen Rider 01 or 02 as he's supposed to be called, but he went back to wearing the 01 suit. Guess who wears the Kamen Rider 02 suit now? Right. It rhymes with ease. So yeah, all of our heroes and former villains, because if you watch the actual show, spoiler alert, all of our villains basically became good guys at the end of the show, right? So if you're someone like me who sometimes don't watches the movies before you finish the show, you would be confused as hell watching this movie because you have all of our good guys and bad guys working together to stop the main villain, right? Who also has a grasshopper themed transformation, right? He's supposed to be, even though they call him Eden, he's basically Hellhopper, basically, right? Which there's a cool scene near the end where our main character Aruto takes his Zero Driver and becomes the Hellhopper. Holy shit, the design looks pretty cool. Which all the voice effects, all the English voice acted lines during the transformations when it came to the main villain was super kino, man. So yeah, there's some cool action scenes in the movie. There's one point where Fuya, Kamen Rider Vulcan, and Kamen Rider Falcon, which is Jin, team up to take down a drone jet, which was pretty cool. Right, most of the movie the movie starts off, which there's going to be lots of spoilers. So if you don't want the movie to be spoiled, if you're a fan of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, I would say this movie is a solid 7 out of 10. If you're not, it's more like a 5. Because like these movies have some bad green screen effects, bad CGI. and like the weapons look like toys, so it's hard to take the movie serious at times. But which was weird because there's like scenes where like you have the Ames guys are using actual guns, but yeah, it can be a little cringe. But yeah, the movie, if you're a fan of Tokusatsu, the movie's a 7 out of 10. So I'm gonna go into spoilers, okay? So the movie starts off with our Aruto taking on the cult leader, right? And he gets his ass kicked and gets put into this simulation world, right? Where all the people that were getting gassed by the evil cult are digital minds are going into the simulation where there's only one person awake who turns out to be the fiance of the cult leader, who turns out to be dead and abandoned his body through our characters investigating shit because they're ripping off 24. They realize the guy was part of the guy survived and is actually a cloud of nanomachines that forms his body. So that's why during the fights with 01, he's getting his arms cut off. He's getting holes blasted into him, which was pretty cool. You don't really see that in like kid-friendly Kamen Rider, right? Yeah, but it turns out, yeah, he has an artificial body, right? So yeah, our characters have to investigate him, and the guy has an evil army of Kamen Riders that all pretty much look alike, except for the main officers that have like different colored shoulder pads for their right shoulder, right? Which was a little disappointing. Would have been nice if they had their own transformations, like their own suits, right? Would have been nice. But yeah, so like there's an army of these goons, and they take them out, and our characters find out that they're basically surrogates. If you ever watched that Kino sci-fi Bruce Willis movie, where it's basically nerds like at their computers are remote controlling like nanomachine clouds that basically form bodies and can transform into Kamen Riders, right? Yeah, so which also some of the side characters are also in the movie, and there's a scene where they interrogate a member of the cult. I forget the name of the cult. The movie's somewhat forgettable. I watched most of the movie last night and this morning, and I'm already forgetting shit. But yeah, there's a funny scene where they're interrogating this guy naked, and they're basically torturing him with some more of the more iconic, like, the robots, Huma gears, right? You have the nurse Huma gear, you have the bodybuilder comedian Huma gear, and you have the lawyer Huma gear are interrogating the dude while he's naked. And there's like, but they'll always cover up his junk. But there's a scene where he faces the camera and he has a plate or whatever covering his junk, and then he turns to face our characters who are talking to him, and he moves the plate to cover his butt crack, but they can see his junk, so you see them looking down at his junk. So it's like, what the fuck? So there's also humorous elements as well in the movie. But yeah, there's some badass action scenes. Hiroe is fucking awesome in the movie, even though they kind of ruined his character. He was a badass in the movie, and like you got all your favorite characters had their moments to shine, even like Rushing Cheetah. Though Bowser would have been nice if they had more scenes with Bowser. Which there's a scene like holy fuck where they basically there's basically no difference between Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. There's a scene where the sub Kamen Riders, right, all lined up to fight the cult army, and they all transform in a line, and because they're different colors, they look like a fucking Super Sentai team, man. They look like fucking Power Rangers. So it's like, holy fuck, man. They there really is basically no difference between Kamen Rider and Super Sentai anymore. Oh my god. That whole K-Wing thing where like one Kamen Rider is as strong as a whole team of Super Sentai. I call bullshit now. But yeah, it turns out there's a plot twist in the movie where it turns out even though Ace, who is the evil version of is in the movie, or Izu as some people call her, is in the movie helping the evil cult. It turns out the evil cult leader is actually not evil at all. He doesn't really want to wipe out all of humanity. He wants to digitalize people to populate like this simulated world where his dead wife lives. He digitized her brain before she died, which apparently she died during an experiment with nanomachines during Daybreak when fucking all hell broke loose with the Ark. Right? So it turns out that he was tricking the cult and Ark. And the cult people are pretty pissed off because they've been betrayed. It turns out they weren't going to go to paradise after all. They were gonna the people who were going to die, which they make it sound like they killed people around the world. Turns out to be they're fine. They censored death, even though they were saying massive casualties around the world. Oh no, actually everybody was alive. We were lying the entire time. Right, but there's a badass fight scene near the end, though it was probably not as good as the earlier fight scene. My bad. I'm still in video game mode. Okay, which by the way, if you go back and watch my Kingdom Hearts 2 review, and I get at least 50 views on that, there will be a vote for the next JRPG review, right? Which will change up the options if you guys want, but yeah, maybe I'll stick in one bad game because it's like all 3 games are pretty good, so maybe we'll stick in a bad game, right? But yeah, overall, I mean, there's not much to say about the movie other than the movie was good. My only complaint with the movie, my only complaint is, okay, why the fuck did Ace or the evil Izu, who looks gorgeous in the movie, even though it's the same actress, the outfit's gorgeous. She basically fucks off near the end, and it's like, were they aware that did the ARC people, like organization, whatever, did they know that they were betrayed? Like, what the fuck? Okay, that was a little weird, right? And also, there is a scene in the movie where like Fuya is like, goes to Jin and Hiroe. What are you guys, good guys now? You were there for the climax, right? I felt like that was only in the movie for the people who, like I said, probably who didn't watch the whole show, who are going to be confused as fuck with why is Jin and Hiroe good guys now. Right. Which Hiroe is still wearing his Demon Slayer cosplay, right? Which there's a scene where you see a bunch of our characters fight the evil Kamen Riders, but like for some reason, Hiroe, even though he carries a fucking katana around, doesn't use it. He uses his sword bow thing, which, oh my god, looks fake as fuck. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. The movie's great. Go watch it. You can watch it on Tubi, or if you actually go out and buy the Blu-ray, which comes with the movies and some of the TV specials, like I figure stunt shows, right, or whatever. Yeah, which it comes with the movie. The complete series does. Okay. Please go out and buy it so we can have more fucking Kamen Rider shit released on fucking physical, and I don't always have to keep buying Godzilla and Ultraman shit when I'm in the mood to buy Tokusatsu. I like Ultraman, but like I would like to, It would be nice if I had other options. Alright, guys. Peace.